Hey everyone, welcome back to the ranch here, Elk Mountain, Wyoming. We're back today with another episode of building this wonderful farm and ranch from nothing to being productive. We're doing really well. We have almost $10 million in the bank, and I'm going to show you where we got that from. We go to our money and we go down here and look at the sold products has increased. We had a little bit of a lag in August, but we're almost back into the 3 million mark in September so far. We are doing extremely well, and there's one mod that I downloaded that I wanted to look at today, and that was Upgradable Factories. So if you go to I chose fs22.com, but you can look it up on Google. You download it, it's free. You import it, you add it to your mods and farming simulator and the folder, and you go into the factories and you can now upgrade them. So I wanted to take a look at them today because I wanted to see what that meant. I was read and it said that it would increase the productivity because what I'm running into is that my cookie factory is doing very well as far as outputs, but our bread and cake factory is not doing so well. Like we're producing, but it's not producing as fast as what I would like. So we're going to upgrade it. So we're going to go to level 2, and I don't know what that does. We're going to find out where to go. So now we're at level 2. Um so it looks like, yeah, I don't know. It is producing a little bit faster. So where our cookie factory is at a level 2 as well. Now we're running short on eggs, so we're gonna have to take a look at that today in this episode as far as getting eggs. We have any in the pallet storage? We have very little. So yeah, we're gonna have to focus on getting more eggs shipped as well. We do have them in the bakery. We have some eggs there. So we upgraded that to level 2. I wonder what happens when we go to level 3. That should increase the productivity. So that'll make 5 cakes now. And that'll still only make 1 bread. All right, let's go to level 4. So we're still only doing one bread and still only 5. So it must produce at a faster rate. That's what I'm assuming. It produces at a faster rate, which is what I need. We're going to upgrade this. So now we have a level, what was that? Level 6 bakery. So now we're running into the issue whenever we are really using our resources, our incoming material is really taking a hit. But in our factory or in our pallet storage, we should have, we don't have that much there. Just sold some honey. So let's look at our grain mill. We can actually upgrade our grain mill too. But now this is the problem that I thought we would run into is what we're going to need to worry about is getting more wheat. So it looks like we can upgrade all of these, which is great. Ooh, we can upgrade our dairies. We definitely need to upgrade the dairy. Level 3 dairy. We have a level 3 dairy. Level 1 dairy right here. Let's get all to level 3. Level 4, I don't need to do that. Oh, there's level 2. Okay, so now we have a level 3 dairy. There we should have another. We only have 2 dairies. Okay. Thought we had more than that. But we're going to also do our egg shipping because we could upgrade these. So that will, I think it'll actually send it over quicker. It should. It actually should send these over at a quicker rate than it was before, because that's the problem that we're running into, is that we would produce eggs at our chicken coops, but then it wouldn't send them over as fast as what um, I felt that they should. So now we have eggs incoming into the building storage. Um, but we're really, now that we've increased our production, see, our strawberries are still good. Um, we're gonna have to we have to focus on getting supplies to these areas. Now we can upgrade the cookie factory because we're at a level 1. I don't know if I want to do that because it's already a high output, and I think that's just going to really put a damper in our supply chain here. The more that we upgrade these, obviously, the more that we're going to need stuff, because like here in our flour mills, we already are running into issues where we are going to need to produce wheat, barley, oat, or sorghum. Any of these will produce flour. You don't have to have all of these. Any one of these will produce your wheat flour, your barley flour, oat, sorghum. It all produces flour. So you don't have to fill up every one of these in order to make the flour. You just need to focus on one of them. I know that we have sorghum um in our grain that we have stored away for um feeding the chickens. Now we should have some wheat. We don't have a lot, I don't think. We might have a lot of barley. So we'll have to take a look at that as well. But we are producing cake and bread at a higher rate now. Let's see where we're at as far as, so we're almost the 3 million mark as far as our goods. Now we're also selling our animals too. So we have sold animals. We sold $2,000 worth of animals. These are animals that are reaching maturity, but our pens are full. So like our chicken coops where our pens are completely filled. Now we can actually automatically sell the animals through a mod, and it'll actually earn us income as well, which is a great thing. Anywhere we can make some money, honestly. We're all about it here in on Elk Mountain, because we need to become completely self sufficient. Now we do have our animals here. So this is our brown Swiss cow, which is doing well. Our chickens are doing well. We're probably going to. They don't need any food. I'm just checking everything out here while I'm here. So our productivity is low, but our food is high. So I'm not really sure why our pen conditions are so low. Large coop here, so we're doing well here. We're not producing any eggs though. They're not producing anything, but their productivity is high, so they will start producing eggs here very soon. Same way with this one. Our Angus cow is doing well. This is our cow that we can sell for beef cow. This is what we can sell for food. We have not sold any of these yet, so we're waiting for them to reach reproduction age. I think 100%, and I think their offspring then will produce animals that we will slaughter. I think, I'm not really sure. I haven't done beef cow before, so we're kind of in a learning and process there. So we're good on this chicken coop. Again, we're 100% productivity is where we need to be. Our productivity for the dairy cow here, the Holsteins, are very low. As you can see, the reason why we're low on milk, we are low on straw, and we have plenty of food. So we're gonna have to go give them water, even though they have 100,000 liters of food of water. They're still considered low. That ranch barn, I do not like that ranch barn, only because up here in the gold or the brown Swiss cow, they don't require water. And we talked about that in last episode. They don't require water, and they produce milk at a faster rate that I've seen versus Holstein in the ranch barn. So I don't know if the ranch barn is glitched. Not really sure on that one. It almost seems like it is. Um, but yeah, so we need to focus. Now that we've upgraded our production chains here, we're gonna have to focus on getting our wheat, our flour at a higher output, because what's gonna happen is we're gonna run out soon, and all of these chains are gonna stop. So like our factory, sure, Sugar cookie factory or high output factory for cookies has enough flour to sustain itself for a little while. But our bakery here is very low in flour, and we've just increased this to a level 6. So as you can see, these incoming materials are being used at a higher rate, and you can see how fast these are being produced. As you can watch, we're just sitting here watching these, and these numbers are increasing. So that's how fast this is doing. It's running 14,000 cycles a month. So these cycles mean it's going to run every 14. It's going to run 14,000 cycles. So every time that runs, that creates bread or that creates cake. This here does 1,200 cycles. So every 1,296 cycles, every time this runs, we get this cake in return. So it's going to run almost 13 cycles a month. So it's going to produce 1,300 things of cake. This is going to produce almost 15,000 uh, bread per month. So that does produce quite a bit. I don't know what these cycles are, like 600 cycles a month. Um, or maybe that's how many they've ran so far. I'm not really sure, honestly. But anyway, I digress. So with this mod, the production mod, we actually can increase our production for everything. Our greenhouses, our pallet storage, which I don't know why you would do that. I'm assuming that the faster, the more upgraded that it is, the faster that it'll process things in and process things out. We'll try it. We'll go to level 2. Slaughterhouse, we don't have open yet. The sugar mill, we might as well do the sugar mill as well. We'll upgrade that to a level 2. We'll upgrade this to a level 2. This is our water and milk storage. Our honey, we'll upgrade that to a level 2. Our strawberries, we might as well do that. We'll upgrade that to a level 2 as well. We'll upgrade this. We're going to upgrade all of these except for the slaughterhouse to a level 2. And I want to see what our difference is. Actually, you know what? We're going to go ahead and hell with it. We're going to do this as well. We'll upgrade this to level 2 as well. The only thing that's a level 1 now is a slaughterhouse, and it's not active. We are not currently producing any outgoing products for beef cows or pigs or sheep or anything like that. We are not slaughtering animals at this time. We're not going to touch that. So we actually should be producing a lot of income. Yeah, we are going. We might hit the 10 million mark in this episode, this is insane. Did not realize how well this would do and how efficient this actually would become until I started doing this. So we're gonna go back to the farm and we're gonna look at our mill and at our grain silo, and we're going to see what we have available that we can send to the grain mill in order to try to get this flour under control here. So we're going to fast pace ourselves to to our truck. We'll go ahead and start that bad boy up, and we're going to go right over here, and we're going to see what we can load and take with us, because barley, we aren't feeding the chickens barley. We are feeding the chickens sorghum. We don't have any wheat. We do have barley. We have 361,000 liters of barley. So we're going to start filling that up. We'll fill the second one up, and then we're going to go to the grain silo. And then we'll see how much that will actually help us. I'm sure it'll help us quite a bit, honestly. Can we hit that? We should be able to hit that. So we actually have a good amount of barley saved. So we should be actually at a good point to where we may not have to produce wheat at this time. I was worried that we were going to have to produce our wheat, or actually have to grow wheat. If we would have to have grown our wheat, then it would have made this process a lot harder, because then we would have to wait for the wheat to actually produce and harvest and all that fun stuff. But we have barley saved up. I'm glad. I think we must have had a barley crop that we produced. I think it was in one of the fields that we actually purchased that already had stuff in them, which is great. that actually will help us very well, because that probably will fill up the grain mill. We'll probably have to make multiple trips. While I have a couple minutes, I hope you guys are really enjoying this series. If you haven't already, please, please, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the follow button, subscribe, notifications on, whatever you got to do it, because that way you know whenever we post our videos. So I do these videos once a week. If time allows it, I'll post multiple times a week, but I'm guaranteeing once a week. We are coming up on our 20th episode already. This episode that we are working on right now is number 18. So we're doing very well. I appreciate all the support everyone has given me on TikTok and on YouTube. You guys are awesome. I might be branching out into other simulation games, so you have to bear with me. You'll have to kind of stay tuned to that and see what other games we have going up, coming up that we might be playing. I play a lot of different simulation games, a lot of different genres of simulation games, so I'm trying to branch out, and I might even consider doing different maps after I feel like this series has kind of progressed to where we've kind of reached the end here. And we'll branch out and we'll do other maps, and we'll look at other mods, and we'll kind of check it out and maybe do different stories, you know, maybe starting from the top and you know, buying a farm that's already ready to go. I like the start from nothing maps, or start from nothing series, is because it kind of gives you guys a kind of an idea of how I start playing, and you know, that way it gives you guys ideas in case you guys are wanting to start your own map as well. I also want to branch out into multiplayer mode. I thought about playing multiplayer mode. I have a couple people that are interested in playing in multiplayer. I just have to get that under, kind of look at, see what all it needs to do, and kind of go from there. But I think a multiplayer map would be fun, have it doing a series for multiplayer as well. Anyway, I digress. We're almost there. So we're going to drop these off at the grain mill, which we own. So we should unload this one in there. And then we'll be able to see our, as long as we dropped it off at the right one. Where's our grain mill? Now I can't find anything. It goes in order. There it is. Is this the only grain mill on the map? I hope. I just have a feeling that no, I guess that is it. Grain West Silo. Because it'll give you, there's another bakery there. Anyway. Yeah, it has to be one that we own because we're not getting paid for it. So that should have given, yeah, so we have 72,000, which is going to use it rather quickly. So this holds 540,000 liters. So we're going to go grab some more. We're going to try to fill this up because we have, I think, 351,000 liters. So that's going to fill it up at a pretty good rate. I mean, it's not going to fill it up completely, but it'll get us to a good point. All right. So let's go back to our farm and we will load up some more. I really love this map. The folks who made Elk Mountain mod, or the Elk Mountain Wyoming map, you guys did amazing. I absolutely love this map. This is by far my favorite map I've ever played. It has a little bit of everything, and it gives you that kind of hometown feel where some maps are kind of like smothered where you just don't feel like you have the room. But this map here, you really feel like you can have the room and you have places that to grow, and it has different elements on here. Like it has a gold mine on here that we haven't even looked at yet. That could be a new series where we are gold miners and that's all we do is mine for gold. You know, we can do logging. We could just do a logging only series starting from complete scratch, and we're a logger. You know, we have so many different things that we can do here, and that's why I really like this game, because it's more than just farming. You know, you can do a lot of different things on here. So this is great. I love it. One of my favorite games to play of all times. And if you guys have any, you know, ideas on the next series or the next episode, please leave a comment down below. I always read the comments. I always respond. I'm very open to hearing feedback, or if I'm doing things wrong, or, you know, just different ideas that you have. I really like to engage with the audience or with the community that I've surrounded me in this game. I always have an open ear. So please feel free to leave a comment down below as well. All right, so we have those two. My plan is, we'll stop here real quick. My plan is with these two fields here, because we had sorghum, that I wanted to, now that we've harvested them, I want to plant wheat there. That way we can continue the wheat. We have sorghum there that is ready to be harvested. So that is going to be our next adventure, is that one. Because we still need to keep our sorghum production up as far as producing it, because we use it to feed our chickens. Now the chickens don't really need as much food or as much attention as cows do. I've noticed cows need a lot more attention than the chickens. So, you know, I don't think that I'm going to add any more cows currently at this time. I think that we have what we need to get ourselves by. I know with our milk production is a little bit lower than what I would like, but I think the brown cows are producing more milk than the ranch or the Holsteins ever did. So we may have to consider just maybe going to all through Holstein and maybe just getting rid of the ranch barn altogether. I do like the ranch barn. It does work for this map very well. Kind of goes with it. But if we're able to get away with not needing it, then, you know, we will do that as well. All right, so we're gonna, this is number, well, it's technically number 4. I really love this grain truck. This thing is freaking awesome. Holds 40,000 liters. Watch out, puppy. All right, now we go back and we're going to drop off another 40,000 liters of barley in order to make our flour. And this is just to ensure that we don't run out. So we're almost 9 million in the bank, guys. Almost $9 million in the bank. It's freaking nuts. And it's all from the factories, all from production, all supplies that we have here on the ranch that we're growing. We haven't bought anything. We haven't bought anything additional to use to grow. We've done everything right here on the ranch, which is great. Now, we're going to have to worry about sugarcane, you know, growing sugarcane, because when we bought the sugar farm or the sugar factory, it actually was full. Now that we've used it for a while, we're going to have to consider producing sugarcane. So we're going to have to branch out into other fields. I'm thinking this field right up here to the left, that looks like a good field for sugarcane. I think it's in a great spot. It's right here on the corner. That would probably be an ideal place that we can put sugarcane right there in the ground. And again, one less thing that we could produce. We don't have to buy anything. As I go drunkenly off the cliff here, off the road, Uh, I'm using mouse and keyboard. I don't have a steering wheel or anything. So sometimes my driving is a little, subpar, I guess. All right, here we go back to the grain farm or the grain factory. And we are almost there. Maybe as we go off the road again, I'm glad the grain doesn't spill out of uh these vehicles, because I would be screwed. I would be picking up grain all day long. And if you guys are wondering, I am on PC. I am playing at max settings. Every setting that I have is currently set to max. And I get right around 60 frames per second recording this video for you guys on the same PC. I get a lot of questions on TikTok about that, so I do play on PC. PC only. All right, we're gonna overthrow this. And then that should be, honestly, it should be good for a little bit, I would think. It's gonna produce at a high rate. But it's also, we also have the production places, like the factories, actually store barley as well and store the flour as well. So let's see where we're at here. So we're getting low on eggs and sugar, cheese. So a lot of things we're getting low on, which is kind of to be expected since we increased our production. So let's look at strawberries. I mean, we're producing a lot of strawberries. We may consider selling them. How about our bread factory here? So we are producing goods at a pretty good rate. Now you see that it's distributing here, but if you go into the pallet storage, I actually have it selected outgoing where it's actually selling. So it's actually selling from my warehouse. So where are we at? Let's look at, got to look at the grain mill. So we're in the green now with our flour. So it should, and we have other ones in here to produce. So we should be okay for a little bit. We're producing strawberries like crazy. I'm gonna tell you what, I believe our strawberry storage is full somewhere. It was full. So yeah, we've used a lot of strawberries. And then we have basically don't have any milk storage. But it's in the dairy, so we're producing. This is, we're producing. I'm wondering here if I need to do one dairy for butter, one dairy for cheese, one dairy for chocolate, if that actually would help and give me a higher production, because right now it's using all of these things to make all three: butter, cheese, and chocolate. So we may have to consider doing a dairy for each. I think it's weird that the chocolate is coming from the dairy. I think there should be like a chocolate factory instead of it being done in the dairy. I think that's kind of weird, kind of awkward, I think. But whatever, I guess. And then honey, we're just basically using the honey to sell it. We're not using it for any or any to make any products out of. We're just using the honey and the bees to help increase our yields on our farm. And it's also just creating a little bit extra. The bakery is what I was really worried about, because it just seems like the bakery does not produce as much as what I think it would. Or should. So now we're over $9 million. So let's go back to the farm or the ranch, whatever you want to call it. And I think we're good on. We're not gonna go back. I think 2 trips is enough for now. We're gonna have to make other trips in the future. Obviously, we have enough money where if I need to, I can just buy and fill up the flour mill if I have to. But again, if I do that, then that cuts my. I just cut them off. Oh, well, that serves me right. That will eat into our profits. So right now, what we're making is we're getting 100% profit. But if I start buying buying supplies, then that's going to eat into the profit, and we're not making as much money. I'm just kind of seeing. Wait, we've made. I think we made over $1 million just in this recording. So I believe the production increase has helped by upgrading them. Again, that is a mod that you can download. It's free. None of the mods that you see that I use that you pay for, which is great. It's one thing I love about this game is that it's a very active community as far as making mods, and that really does well for me. I'm all about free stuff, that's for sure. All right, back to the ranch we go. We still have to roll. We have our tractor over there, as you can see in the distance. That's actually a straw baler that we've baled straw or started to, and I just kind of gotten not lackadaisical, but we've just been focusing on other things because we really don't need the straw right this second. We have a pretty good supply of it right now. It's not like we have to have it. We can always sell it if we need to, but it's not something that we just have to have. We're gonna go check out our chickens. I'm just curious on their production and how they're doing. I'm worried about the chickens because the eggs, because what's going to happen is that one of these days I'm going to run out of something, and then my entire production chain is going to come to a screeching halt, and I'm going to lose a bunch of money. And I don't want to do that, obviously, because we've worked hard to get where we're at, right? So we don't want to have to go the other way. So there is our Angus cows, and they need food. We'll have to feed them. How is our Holsteins doing? Are they out of food too? No, they're only at 50% health. Why? I just can't see that water being that big of an issue. Just because it has so much water. But anyway, we'll take a look at that. And let's check out these guys. These are our brown cows. So as you can look, as you see here, has created 155,000 liters of milk. I'm sorry. That's actually quite a bit. I've already emptied this twice. So this will be the third time. And I've added some chickens, so we have 18,000. Huh? They must have produced themselves. Which they will. Where is it? So the animals, 18,000 animals. Okay. But I think a lot of them are young. Chicken barn. Yeah, so we have 13,000 chickens, and this is why their production is low, because they haven't reached maturity yet. As you can see, puberty is low, so they're a young chicken. They're only a month old, as these are 10 months old. So these are the ones that will produce eggs, and that these are 8 months old. So once they reach 100% reproduction, they're basically going to create more chickens, which then in turn create more eggs, but it takes a little bit of time. So that's why their egg production is a little bit low. These guys are maxed out, so they're not going to create any more animals for us in the pen unless we allow overcrowding. If you allow overcrowding, then the health will deteriorate and you won't have healthy animals, just like in real life. So these pens actually automatically sell the animals to the auction, and will they earn us a little bit of money as well. So it looks like we're gonna need some water. But first, I want to grab this tractor and the tank here. We're gonna go fill up our milk. That way we can fill up this bad boy. That fills up the silo, and then in turn ships it to our dairies. So as you remember in a few episodes ago, I've pretty much automated all my production to where I don't have to spend time sending milk to the dairy or having to haul it to the dairy. Because why? Well, I have mods that do that for me. So all of it is automated. The chicken eggs automatically get sent, the milk automatically gets sent, so on and so forth. So we only have to focus on maintaining the health of these animals, making sure that we are productive as far as making sure that our factories and production chains have what they need. I am so glad that I found those mods because it has freed up my time in this game. Now, of course, you don't have to play that way, but if you do have all these animals and more, you are going to spend a lot of time tending to them, and we already spend a lot of time watering and feeding our Holsteins. We have other things on the farm to do. We don't have farm hands to do it for us. That's going to fill this tank up. It's not going to fill it up completely, but it's going to give some milk there. That way it can be sent to the dairy so they can create butter, cheese, and chocolate. I think the last trailer that I had was glitched. I had a semi-trailer attached in last episode, and I could not get it to load anything. Off recording, I got it to load a little bit, but then it would glitch out, so I sold it. I said heck with it. I'm not going to worry about it. So I got this bad boy. It holds 40,000. It doesn't do too bad. We do have to fill it multiple times, but it is what it is. I'm not going to complain about it because it works. And I don't have to fight with it. I hate having to fight with stuff. All right, so that will now empty out this barn. And now our dairy is going to be filled. Well, it's not going to be completely filled, but we're going to have some milk. We're going to check out the production chain here in a minute. This episode is really only geared towards production chains and kind of feeding the production and kind of giving guys insight on what it needs to look like and what needs to happen for your own sake. You know, this video is to help you guys. Not only this is a storyline that I like to keep on going, but it helps those who want to learn about the game and learn how to play it and how I play the game. So, all right, so let's check out our dairy here. So we have some milk that we've increased. So yeah, so they have, and look, it's already sending milk out, which is really cool at how fast that works. So 2,000 in, 2,000 out. So that's how that works. So 2,000 come in, 2,000 go out. So eggs, we're not producing as many eggs as I would like, so that's going to have to change. We have some egg shipping here. We have 1,000 eggs here that we can ship out. It'll automatically do it for us, so we don't have to do it all. And we are producing. Next thing, like I said, we're going to have to focus on our sugar. We're going to have to buy our sugar here for. We're going to have to. We're going to have to buy sugarcane plants in order for us to keep our production going. Now let's look at our. Yeah, because these guys are just eating away in materials. I'm telling you, they're just going nuts with this material. But it's paying off for us, which is good. We'll go ahead and look at the data sheet here in a minute. So we are producing more bread and more cake. So what I did by upgrading this to a level 6 has really helped. And as you can see, boom, more just sold. So where are we at? We are over 3 million, almost 33.7 million dollars. That's going to be our all-time high, as you can see. And our production costs will have increased. So that's one thing that you have to worry about as well, is that as you increase and upgrade our factories, your cost is going to increase. But you're not having to buy supplies as long as you're able to feed the factories. So that's one thing to keep in mind. We're almost 9.3 mil, which is great. That is awesome. Almost a 10 million mark. We've created almost a $10 million highly productive farm in what, 18 episodes. I mean, this is amazing. This has done very well for us. Oh, water. We need to get some water for our cows. We'll do that real quick, and then we'll wrap up. I try to keep these episodes under an hour, at least 30 to 40, 45 minutes, hour max. I think that is long enough for these videos, and they don't need to be any longer than that, really. I like to keep them kind of short. That way it gives you guys time to watch, and you're not having to sit here 3, 4, 5 hours to watch the same thing over and over again. Short and sweet, to the point, right? That's what I like. So as you can see, this trailer works very well as fill up. I don't have to mess with it at all. Not like I did that other trailer. Man, oh man, did I have problems. I have the last episode to prove that I had problems. And we are almost full. So it holds 80,000 liters. So again, if you have your own water tank on your farm, it does cost you money. I do have a lake over there that I could easily go and fill it. Maybe I should to save money, but it's right there. All right, let's water these guys. And that will help with the health and the productivity of the cows here. All right, let's go see how that does for them. So 60% health. They have 108,000 liters, 108,000 liters of water. But at 60%, did they produce? They might have produced some animals, which I thought it was full. We'll look at it real quick. So the Holsteins, so we have, this is 40 months old. Oh, so they may be too old. 24 months. I wouldn't think so. 7 months. 32 months. I don't know. But yeah, their production is only 30%. So the large coop, they're good there. Productivity is good. These here are we need to water. I need to feed these guys. Those are good. They're at 60%, which is higher than what they were. And they're 100%. Oops. So that's good. Well, I thank everyone for stopping by. And that's going to be it for the day today. I hope you guys had enjoyed this episode. Like I said, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe on my channel. You guys have a great day. This is Riot Gamer Guy. Happy farming.